sounds across the stars. You think you are unassailable, but consider the cost of your victory.
The darkness will consume all it touches. Stars will burn black.
Thousands killed, planet devastated.
Ashes raining on lifeless worlds.
There is only one way to end this chaos and bring order to the galaxy. You must seize the Eternal Throne.
As a young Jedi, I went to war. I accepted violence and darkness, and the Emperor called to me from across the galaxy. He made me a Sith Lord and named me Darth Revan.
The dark side offers power for power's sake.
I killed for it. I turned on the Republic.
You must claim it, summon it, true power.
Can't you see you're on the wrong side?
The Force will change you. It will transform you. Some fear this change.
The Emperor is dead. For you, for me, for the galaxy.
You embrace the transformation. There can be no compromise. Mercy, compassion, loyalty, all these things will prevent you from claiming what is rightfully yours.
You won't stop me.
Time, here I come.
All right, welcome.
Welcome.
You know me, us having this week is special because it's Revan, and I had to do something a little nice. But welcome, Fade, or Darth Eternus. Welcome, chat. I'm really excited for tonight. We are talking Darth Revan for our episode 5. How's it going, Zay?
It's going. Went back to work this week, so I had a long week.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah, it's been a busy week.
Trippy said, "Oh, that scared me." And
Hello.
All right, guys. This evening we're talking Darth Revan. So I hope everyone's doing well. But yeah, a lot of debates among who the chosen one is. To the movies, we're to believe that it is Anakin. But if you go on all your lore, there could be multiple chosen ones. Because Revan had a lot of the same characteristics that Anakin had, but Revan's backstory is even stranger because people don't even know his name, his lineage, his family. He doesn't have a last name. It's always just Revan, and he adopted that name because of the movement that he was making against the Jedi Order when they refused to act during the Mandalorian Wars. So he adopted the name Revan. So yeah. So about 4030 BBY, the Mandalorians were manipulated into starting a war with the Republic from Darth Vitiate and the True Sith Empire, which we covered last week. So the Mandalorians went to war, and they took over many systems, and they were brutally slaughtering and enslaving the systems in the Republic. The Jedi wanted patience and to wait for the Sith to reveal themselves. But that was never the plan. They were never going to reveal themselves. They're basically using the Mandalorians as a scapegoat.
Cannon fodder.
Yeah. Pretty much they were going to be the figurehead while they were operating from the shadows until the Republic was weak enough to where they could come on in and just take over. Basically the Mandalorians were Vitiate's hit squad. And he was trying to see how the Republic would act in a full-scale war. Because he was trying to exploit weaknesses. That's why the True Sith didn't reveal themselves. Even though they could have, the Jedi would have saw a weakness as well. And that's what they're waiting on. And they thought that given enough time that the Sith would reveal themselves. And Vitiate's whole plan was, by the time it revealed themselves, the Jedi and the Republic would be too weak to act. So, Revan was a Jedi Knight in the Old Republic, and he was trained by Kreia, or RNK was her name, as a Jedi Master, who eventually became Darth Treya. And Revan looked at it from a personal side. He looked at it with a human heart. It wasn't attachments as much as the slaughtering of innocents and the deaths he could feel call out through the Force. And it truly broke his heart. And he couldn't put up with it anymore. So he wanted to act.
The battery's low 20.
He wanted to act, and the Jedi said no. And Revan couldn't take it any longer, so he went against the Council and formed a group called the Revan Kiss. Hence how he got the name Revan. Then they wanted to bring him back and put him on trial, but people loved Revan so much, and he was a very good social speaker. He was very good with the common people, that they couldn't punish him, basically. So finally, against the will of the Council, for mostly political reasons, because if they would have outcasted him from the Order or punished him severely, it would have looked bad on the Jedi Council. So they were hesitant, but they gave him permission. And then he took a good portion of the Jedi Order and the Republic and went to war against the Mandalorians. But Revan was such a strategist. He was so smart that he outmaneuvered the Mandalorians, and on the Sith planet of Malachor 5 was able to defeat Mandalore the Ultimate, who was he was like king, and defeated the Mandalorians. And with Mandalore's last words, he told Revan the truth about who hired him, who was really pulling the strings and everything. So then after the Mandalorians were defeated, he went to him and his Malik was his apprentice as a Jedi, also as well as a Sith. So they went to the unknown regions and they discovered Drummond Koss. And instead of informing the Jedi Order and coming up with a plan, Revan made the mistake of thinking that him and Malik alone could destroy the true Sith Empire under Vitiate. And then he tried to face off against Vitiate. Vitiate was too strong and corrupted him to the dark side. Not through talking. Vitiate was so powerful that he turned him dark side without blinking twice. So he was under Vitiate's control for a while. So Vitiate turned him and Malik to dark side and made them form a Sith Empire to go back. And at first they were under Vitiate's full control. But then over time, the further Revan got away from Vitiate, the more he started gaining himself back and he could resist Vitiate. And then he formed a plan to make a strong republic so that when the true Sith Empire did try to take over, that the republic could fight against it. And so depending on your point of view, Darth Revan could either be a good guy whose intentions were pure of heart, or he could be considered a bad guy. Because who would use the dark side even to fight the Sith? He knew Revan's vision was that the Jedi were too weak to stand and form a strong republic. So only under his rule and by uniting the galaxy together could they be able to fight the true Sith and win. Is that pretty accurate?
Yep.
Okay. So that's basically the story of Revan. Of course, there are tons of details in between, and it is a very complex and interesting story, in my opinion.
He lived for 300 years. A lot of that stuck in stasis by Vitiate, but
yeah, it was between 300 and 400.
his final death occurred on Yavin 4, 300 years after the date of his birth.
Yeah. Revan lived for a long time.
And he may have actually embodied both the chosen one of the Jedi and the Sithari of the Sith.
Yeah.
Maybe, in fact, the only one that's ever embodied both.
Yeah, and he was also the true definition of what a great Jedi really was, using both the dark and light side. His philosophy was if you only fully embrace one side, then you are missing your potential. And as far as a Force wielder, pretty much like narrow-minded and weak. You're really selling yourself short because it takes both light and dark to truly master the Force. In Revan's opinion. So, but there are a lot of fans and people in Star Wars universe that agreed with Revan's philosophies.
I know I did.
A lot of us did.
Of course, Revan was first mentioned in the Knights of the Old Republic video game. And from the start of that video game, I have followed Revan because, well, like Josh said, I find him interesting. And he influenced a whole lot of people.
Oh yeah.
Not just Malik, but also Mitra Surik, the Sith Triumvirate.
Mm-hmm.
Some would say none of them would have existed without Revan. Kreia lost her way, his master. A lot of people were influenced by Revan.
And that's probably the closest that anyone's ever had to having two apprentices. Because Revan had Malik, but he was also mentoring Mitra Surik. And she was, when they went during the Mandalorian Wars, she was as much by his side as Malik was. So you could look at it in a way that Revan, even as a Jedi, had two apprentices. The only one close to that, I think, was probably Qui-Gon.
Yep.
He was starting to train Anakin when he was still the master of Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan.
So yeah, so you could look at it either way. But yeah, that's like, as I said, it was the basic story. But then you have others, and then when you follow the games, and he ends up having a bond with Bastila. It was more than just a love connection. It was a force connection. And yeah. And then following the events of that, Revan taught that it was okay to love, because love is what gives you your passion, which is part of the force. The problem with the Jedi, both old and new, they are so scared of the dark side. It's like someone, okay, is an alcoholic. Of course, if you drink too much, you can get out of control. But with moderation, it's fun. And sometimes it can help with like headaches and things like that. But some people are so scared they don't want to go anywhere near. Oh, if I touch one drop of alcohol, I'm going to be an alcoholic. Well, if you control it, then no. And that was Revan's point. Was that if you control both the light and the dark and don't let it control you, then you can truly accomplish great things. And the Jedi were so scared of the dark side that they refused to ever embrace it. And anyone who embraced it was basically blasphemers. And how could they? It was just one of those things. So they would cut themselves off and from anything possible that would ever lead them to the dark side. Hence the Jedi Code. And I think that was a big reason why Revan was such an influence. Because Revan was relatable.
Yes.
The Jedi came across as these emotionless guys who didn't care, but okay, they restore peace in the galaxy. But Revan was like, people are getting murdered. Innocent people are getting murdered and slaughtered. And we're just letting these Mandalorians sit here and do it.
Yeah, such as when the Mandalorians bombed the planet Sirocco during the Battle of Sirocco with nuclear warheads.
Yeah.
Revan felt thousands, millions die.
Yeah, and it hurt so much. He's like, I can't take it anymore. Every time someone died, he felt it. He cared more about the people than anyone else. Because at that time, you didn't rebel against the Jedi. That's what a lot of people don't understand. At that time, everyone fell in line with the Jedi. If you ever went against the council, then you got outcasted immediately. And there are people to speak out, but they didn't stay in the order long enough. Revan went to the council. He did the right thing. He's like, we can't keep losing these people. They keep dying. And then the council's like, oh, we'll just wait. Like, innocent lives dying and millions screaming out didn't matter. That's when Revan was basically like, screw this. I tried to do the right thing. And you guys want to sit here and wait. How many other people are going to die? And that's when he started the Revan Kiss movement.
And
when it really got...
That happened on the planet Cathar.
Yeah, Cathar was the one when even a female Mandalorian pleaded Revan's case for them to stop. And Mandalore, the Ultimate's like, well, if you're going to side with them, then you're going to die like them. And he slaughtered one of his own.
And he took up her
and
mask.
that infuriated Revan so much. And he actually formed a bond and a friend with a Mandalorian, which Jedi, if you guys don't know, Jedi and Mandalorians hate each other with a passion. And it's always been like that. Jedi and the Mandalorians do not get along.
In fact, there's only been one Mandalorian Jedi, and that was Tar Vizsla.
Yeah. And nobody's been able to do it since. Even certain people who might be Force sensitives have not done it. So...
But Revan took the mask of the fallen Mandalorian and said he would continue to wear her mask until the war was done.
Yep. And then even after the war, he still wore it. Because he never wanted to forget. That's how bad the rivalry with the Jedi and the Mandalorians were.
So swears Revan.
Yeah. And I like that in that moment they formed a bond to where he swore in vengeance, which is Revan. Revan swore vengeance in that he would continue to wear her mask until, and like you said, until the war was over, until every single Mandalorian was stopped from slaughtering innocent people. So, yeah. Hey, Lewis, how's it going?
The Jedi told Revan not to fight the Mandalorians, to come back. And him and Malik took their followers and went after the Mandalorians.
Yep. Yeah. I think it's fascinating. All the stuff that Revan did, and he never got outcasted from the Order. Which proved two things. One, deep down, they knew that Revan was right in what he was doing. Two, what was I going to say? Two, Revan had such influence.
Well, there were secretly some Jedi Masters that agreed with Revan.
Yeah.
And that's part of why Kreia left the Jedi Order and became a Sith, was because of Revan.
Yeah.
And because of the failing of the Jedi Order.
Yeah. Like half of the masters in the Jedi Order itself, over half agreed with Revan. Because they tell you about attachments. But being part of the good guys is having a heart and caring for people. That's what makes the Jedi different from the Sith. They might not have attachments, but they have a genuine care and love for honor and the right thing and kindness. Sith traditionally don't care about being kind. They chop your head off if you sneeze in their direction. Like
when Revan and his followers started to go take the war to the Mandalorians, Supreme Chancellor Tal Kressla named him Supreme Commander of the Republic military.
Yeah.
And placed a third of the Republic Starfleet under his direct command.
Yeah. Revan had all the power and everything. And he didn't manipulate anybody to do it. He was honest the whole time. He said, this is why. Revan was so popular in the Republic that for a time, he almost formed his own section of freaking Force wielders. If he wanted to go all in with it, he could have.
And it was during this time that he found evidence of the Rakata species.
Yeah.
And he found the Star Forge after finding the star map on Dantooine. And when he found the Star Forge, he had a perfect, basically, place to build his armada, his fleet. Because the Star Forge was a Rakata relic that would build starships and starfighters and any war material you needed.
Yeah. And he was using that to build, really to kind of like build an empire to go up against the true Sith Empire. And it's fascinating that he would have been successful if these other people wouldn't have gotten in his way. Revan never killed anybody that he didn't have to.
And it's as the leader of the Mandalorians, eventually Mandalore the Ultimate, known as Kandaras Orta, told the Republic, it was not your ships or your men, your vaunted fight for freedom that won this, the final battle of the war. It was by the actions of one person, the Jedi Revan, that you prevailed. Revan's strategies and tactics defeated the best of us. Even Mandalore himself was taken aback by the ferocity and the tenacity and the subtlety of Revan's plan.
And Kandaras was so loyal to Revan that he even sided with Revan against his own wife. Yeah. This is post-Mandalorian War. Of course, he fought Revan in Mandalorian Wars. But, like, that's how the Mandalorians are. It's honor. And Kandaras sided with Revan. And when the rest of the Mandalorians, post-Jedi Civil War, wanted to kill Revan, Kandaras still sided with Revan. Which proves, if you got that kind of influence, Kandaras was head of the Mandalorian clan. That's when the Ordos were ruling the Mandalorians. It was huge.
The final battle of the war was fought 3960 BBY at the planet Malachor 5, when Revan ordered the construction of the superweapon known as the Mass Shadow Generator. And he hoped to trap the Mandalorians there and destroy them. What he did, however, caused a wound in the Force. Caused the creation of Darth Nihilus, the death of Sion, and subsequent rebirth, and the deaths of millions of Mandalorians and Jedi.
He went full CIA on that shit, too. I thought that was great. He was going to do whatever he had to do to take out the Mandalorians, because the Mandalorians could have slaughtered billions. And he was willing to sacrifice his own fleet in order to get rid of the Mandalorians. It was that bad.
But in that way, though, he also corrupted himself.
Yeah, and no, like he knew that he had to make a sacrifice. He knew in order to completely take out the Mandalorians that he was gonna have to sacrifice, because he couldn't lure them all in one place without sacrificing part of his fleet. Hey Goonies, we're talking Darth Revan. Well, everything Revan really, but yeah. Yeah. Did he lose his way a little bit? Yeah, probably. But he was never going to defeat the Mandalorians playing nice. Because that war would have gone forever. Because like you said, all the nukes and all the sneaky shit that the freaking Mandalorians did. Like you said, he had to trap them on one place.
And while Malachor 5 was being ripped apart around them, he fought Mandalore, the leader of the Mandalorian army, in a one-on-one duel on Malachor 5. Well, actually, it was above Malachor 5. It was on Mandalore's flagship. And as Mandalore lay dying at Revan's feet, he removed his mask and spoke to his opponent about how he had been betrayed. Puzzled, Revan questioned Mandalore as to what he meant, and the dying man explained that he had been manipulated by a red-skinned Sith into beginning the war. The Sith had convinced Mandalore to help him uncover the Sith tomb on the ice world of Rakad, before he influenced the warrior into attacking the Republic. And Mandalore gave Revan Rakad's coordinates in order to prove he was telling the truth just before he died. Revan took Mandalore's mask as symbol of leadership as the spoils of war.
Yeah.
This
is why I miss having a third Knights of the Old Republic game. That would have been so good.
Revan and Mitra Surik watched from the flagship of the fleet in horror as most of the Mandalorian fleet and a large number of Republic vessels were drawn into the planet as a massive gravity vortex. Countless ships were pulled from orbit and slammed into Malachor 5's crust, crushing them and fracturing the planet to its very core. Millions died on both sides of the battle, though the Mandalorians suffered far more casualties than the Republic did. In the wake of the devastation and destruction, the Mandalorians who survived transmitted their unconditional surrender to the Republic forces. After that, Revan and Malak went in to find this planet that the Mandalore had spoken of to see if he was telling the truth.
Yeah, because if your arch enemy, and this war took place over a couple years, so your arch nemesis and the person you've been at war with tells you about this. It's not exactly something you really want to believe, but you have nothing else, so. And I think something deep down, Revan was like, why would the Mandalorians wage war with the entire Republic?
Well, he also thought, why lie? Why would they lie? Why would Mandalore have lied?
Yeah.
There was no reason for him to lie during, as he was dying.
Yeah.
And say what you want for the Mandalorians, they were mostly honorable. Mostly.
Yeah, they were. Of course, they were honorable. They were about honor. They're freaking assholes too. And the things that they did were horrendous. They try to paint the Mandalorians now like good guys. Every Mandalorian they try to turn into a good guy. And it's like, where's the bad ones? Where's the brutes?
After the battle of Malachor 5.
Even in Mando's tribe, Din Djarin's tribe, they're still not completely. The big guy, I forget his name, he's close. It's like a lot of these places' depictions of Mandalorians are such crap. Or is it the armor's good? Oh, sorry.
After Malachor, Mitra Surik was left bereft of her connection to the Force and decided to answer to the Jedi Council's demands for Revan, her, and Malik to answer for their actions. However, Revan and Malik refused and took the remainder of their forces into the unknown regions, claiming to be pursuing the remaining Mandalorians. Malik urged Revan to kill Mitra Surik, but Revan refused, claiming that she was dead already. Revan took Malik alone to Rakad, where they followed Mandalore's directions to the twin eye structures known as the Spears. There they discovered the tomb of Darth Dramath II and the Datacron within the sarcophagus that confirmed Mandalore's tale. The Datacron spoke of a planet named Nathema, and the two Jedi decided to travel there in order to seek out the Sith who had manipulated Mandalore. Before departing, Revan left Mandalore's mask in Dremoth's sarcophagus to ensure that the Mandalorians did not recover. When they found the planet Nathema, that's where he encountered Lord Vitiate.
Oh, they were on the Thema at the time?
Yeah.
All right.
He found Vitiate on Nathema. Vitiate he took on the name of Sith Emperor, blah, 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 1,000 years before. Determined to locate the Sith threat, Malik and Revan follow the Sith survivors' trail to the storm-covered world of Dromund Kaas, which they discovered to be the capital of the reconstituted Sith Empire under the rule of the Sith Eternal Emperor. Posing as mercenaries, the pair spent months learning everything they could about the Empire and its ruler, and they soon uncovered the Emperor's plans for the invasion of the Republic. But instead of warning the Republic, the two Jedi, proud and overconfident, believed that they could defeat Vitiate alone. Looked for a way to infiltrate the Imperial Citadel and the Emperor's capital city of Kaas, and they would confront the Sith ruler. The pair received aid from Yari, a member of the Imperial Guard, to protect the Emperor, but the Jedi were unaware that all the guardsmen were bound to the Emperor's will, and that she was leading them into a trap. Basically, they went to fight Vitiate, and Vitiate twisted both of them to the dark side, and ordered them to find and make use of the Starforge. Report back when they crushed the Republic's resistance. And publicly, the Emperor announced that Revan and Malik had been Republic spies, showing images of the pair to his people and proclaiming that they had been executed in the depths of his citadel. When they left after the Mandalorian Wars ended, they were Jedi. When they returned, they were something else.
So Revan encountered Vitiate first. Did Vitiate see him? Pretty sure you didn't just let him go like that.
No, Vitiate turned Revan into a weapon and sent him out to conquer the Republic.
Okay. Yeah, I always thought that was on Dromund Kaas.
No, it was actually on Namath first, and then he led them to Dromund Kaas. But, so, inevitably, Revan was twisted for a time by Vitiate and turned into a weapon to aim at the Republic.
Okay.
So Vitiate could still remain in hiding.
Yeah, because for like the pictures and everything, they make it sound like they found Dromund Kaas and freaking that's when they went after the Emperor.
Yep. Well, Zakaria, possibly.
Let's see.
The most powerful Sith ever was probably Vitiate. But Revan was essentially the best weapon that Vitiate could aim at the Republic at the time. Hey, what's up,
and
Phil?
Revan, as far as Force sensitives, he was probably the strongest human Force sensitive in history. Is that fair?
I would agree with that.
Okay.
What's up, Phil? How you doing?
Says, when KOTOR remake comes out, we won't see Josh Freer. Yeah, you will. You'll see me video game streaming. You guys have no idea how bad I want to stream OG KOTOR. And I can't because it's on Xbox. I can only stream on Twitch, and I don't do Twitch. Because I'm not a grifter. That's just my own personal feelings about it. That's an opinion. Maybe some people go on Twitch because they like hanging out on Twitch, but from what I've seen, Twitch is nothing but a money grab. And I don't ever want to be like that. When I do get super chats and donations available, which is I'm not far off. Super chats, obviously I am. I'm only 137 subs. But I'm using Streamlabs and I can start taking donations there and we'll start plugging that stuff here in about a week or so. We're working on that. I'm trying to set up my PayPal, and where we've had freaking suspended accounts, we're getting through that. But we're about a week out from that, and we can start taking that. It's pure donations. I'm not going to. That's why I don't ever want to. That's why I don't ever want to do a membership program. I don't want someone to feel like they're only important if they give me money. That's purely out of the goodness of your heart. You want to donate, you want to help support so I can do other stuff, so I can improve my StreamYard, stuff like that, and get these monthly things that I can't afford. Or maybe hire someone to do an intro because I don't know how to do an intro and I don't have the software to do it. Then yeah, we'll do that. But I'm never gonna make you guys feel like you have to give me money or prey off someone's freaking sympathy for giving me money. It's purely out of the goodness of your heart, and if that's something you guys want. I just had to say that. That's why I don't do Twitch, though. I just feel like it's a money grab.
You should
Yeah.
You should set up a Patreon.
I'd have to look into it. I don't even know how that starts. But yeah. I heard it's good. Like, I got a lot of friends in the Old Republic community that do Patreon. So. Phil, good to see you. He wasn't the most powerful, but he's up there. I agree with Thade 100%. Vichy is the strongest Sith Lord ever. I'd say Revan's up there with Palpatine, Bane, the Triumvirate. Triumvirate as a whole, if they would have worked better as a unit, oh my God, the things they could have done.
They were divided. That was their problem.
Yeah. If they would have been united, yeah, if they would have been under Revan's control, almost like a freaking Inquisitors or a hit squad, oh my God, Revan could have taken over completely.
See, Revan should have used Inquisitors. That would have been interesting.
Yeah. Scion had close. He had assassins where they were close to Inquisitors, but not quite. And here's another question I got. I got this for you, Thade. Imagine if Mitra Surg wouldn't have gone back to the council and faced judgment. What if she would have stayed with Revan and Malik? My opinion is I think not only would she have turned, Revan would have had 2 apprentices, which would have been cool.
To answer your question, Zakaria, I think that Keanu Reeves might make a good Revan. That's just one. See if I can think of anybody else that would make a good Revan. I think Keanu Reeves would make a good Revan.
Yeah, mostly because he looks like him in the comic.
Well, kind of. But also just his acting style would work for Revan. Trying to think. Maybe Jason Patrick, but he's getting a little old. Those are the only ones I can think off the top of my head.
Screw it, I'm going to say it. Pattinson.
Pattinson? That's possible.
Robert Pattinson. After seeing the Batman, that man can brood. And that's what you need if you're going to be a Revan. You got to be able to brood very well. Revan isn't some happy guy smiling, shit like that. You really got to go emo with Revan. Sorry.
I could see it. I could see it.
Yeah, after seeing the Batman and everything like that, especially with them gothic dark tones.
Yeah. Like I said, I could see it. I could see that.
Yeah, it depends on how you look at it. You could see. There's a lot of people you cast. You cast Bale. Bale might not have been the best Batman. He has memes all over the place, but as Revan, he'd be fine. If you want to go a little older, Gerard Butler could cast it. He could pull off the accent, and he's not too old, and he can make it work.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, I can see that too.
And then you said Bale. Yeah. Yeah, so many people can pull it off. I was going to say Affleck, but maybe not that much. But yeah, there are a lot of people who pull off that role.
And all of from the first KOTOR game casted.
Who?
Trying to remember now. I had it all written down at one time. Trying to remember who I had Bastilla for Bastilla.
Ooh, that's going to be tricky. What's her name? The chick from freaking Underworld Rise of Lycans.
You mean the main character, Celine?
No,
Or the daughter?
the daughter.
Not the daughter. You're talking about the Lycan daughter. Not the Lycan daughter.
No, I'm
Victor's
talking
daughter.
about the daughter of Victor.
Yeah, Victor's daughter. Yeah. That might work.
I'm going to play Sonya.
Yeah.
All right, don't take me serious on this, guys. This is for shits and giggles. I'm going to do the share screen. This is sacrilege right here.
Ah! The hell? What the hell are you doing? You people suck. No, I refuse.
No,
No.
I disavow. All right, so this is to Thade's one.
Keanu, yeah.
See another one. That's not a bad shout.
Oh, Fassbender?
Mm-hmm.
Well, Fassbender could probably do it. The guy has some acting chops. I'll give him that.
Or
Played a damn good Magneto. Oh, Malik. Ooh, that would work too. He'd have to agree to have his face covered, though.
He'd go in prosthetics and everything.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, look at the eyes. Yeah, he could nail it. I'm not sure about this one, but I wouldn't mind.
Oh, Tom Hardy playing Malik? That might work. Tom Hardy played it.
Accent-wise, I would totally go for this.
Yeah. Idris Elba would play an interesting Malik.
Oh hell, because I know he can nail the accent perfect, and that's a hard accent.
Actually, I have a perfect.
I
have a perfect.
Malik. If I'm gonna do Malik, this is what I want. Mark Strong.
There you go. No, I have a perfect idea for who Idris Elba could play.
Who?
Jolie Bendo. The gray Jedi that they find on Kashyyyk.
I know who Jolie Bendo is. Jolie's very laid back, though.
So is Idris Elba.
First time I've ever seen Idris Elba with American accent. Because Jolie does have that more chill, laid back. He could do it after seeing Suicide Squad, the new one.
Yeah.
Yeah, he could probably do it.
Well, it's just Idris Elba can pull off old and grizzled and kind of mean spirited, cantankerous, ornery, you know. See, a lot of people are saying, you know, for
Ooh, look at this shout. You're talking about Jolie?
who is that? Can you bring that up? I can't see the screen.
Dang it, I'm trying to get. I'm getting a picture.
Haley Atwell, that would work as
Oh yeah,
Bastila.
she's Agent Carter.
Yeah.
Nathan Fillion is Karth.
I could see
Maybe.
that.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Karth didn't crack jokes, and Nathan Fillion, he's kind of a
Is that Zendaya?
fuck no. It is Zendaya, but hell no. Adam Baldwin is Canderous, maybe.
That might work, actually. I like Adam Baldwin.
I've never heard of this chick, but
what's her name?
Yeah, that'd work.
What's her name?
Olga Kurylenko is Johanny.
Oh, okay, I know who she is.
Avery Brooks as Jolie Bindo. Yes, I've seen him in other movies. He'd be perfect.
That would work. He was also in Star Trek Deep Space Nine. He was the captain.
Oh, that was the guy from Deep Space Nine, yeah.
Ooh, what about this? What about Jake Gyllenhaal as Revan?
Nah, he'd be a better Karth than he would a Revan.
Yeah, Gyllenhaal would play a good Karth. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he'd be better.
Kartho nasty. Kartho nasty.
Yeah.
I can still see Tom Hardy as Malik.
Jason Isaacs as Saul Carrot. That is perfect casting.
That would work. Who is that under Saul Carrot?
Ben Foster. You guys remember Ben Foster? He did as Darth Bandon. Okay.
Oh, Bandon. Yeah. Okay.
Josh Brolin as Kalo Nord. I could.
That would work. Ooh, I like him.
Manu Bennett as Mandalore the Ultimate.
That would work too. I've always wondered why Manu Bennett didn't play a Mandalorian, because he would play an awesome Mandalorian.
Oh hell yeah! It's pretty
Mandalore the Ultimate, also known as Cassius Fett.
Yes. I don't know if I would do Hardy as Malik.
I don't know. I think it could work.
I could see Tom Hardy doing Canderous.
That might also work.
Either Canderous or Karth. Yeah, like I don't even know who this guy is, so no, that'd be no one rep.
Oh, who is that?
But yeah, Haley Atwell as Bastila. Yeah, that could work.
Who's the guy that they had as Revan up there? What's his name?
His name's Lee Pace.
Yeah, no, that would work. No offense to Lee Pace, but yeah, just I don't see him as Revan. Ow.
So like, Fassbender would be a better Malik than Tom Hardy. Sorry, and I love Tom Hardy.
Yeah, I could see that.
All right. Let's see what else. Looking for other possible actors.
Vandar Tokyo.
So this looks cool. I like this.
Is that Keanu Reeves?
Yeah, that's Keanu as Revan. Oh yeah, that's gorgeous.
That looks
He's probably
good.
the best one, but and he's already said he'd be willing to
Well, it helps that Keanu is a gamer, so.
And Keanu looks just like the comic adaptation of Revan.
Yep. Darth Revan. Revan.
Here are all the people. Oh, they didn't even say it. I'm trying to see if they got any more other casting stuff that would actually be interesting. Let me go back.
You know, now that I saw that casting of Haley Atwell as Bastila, I can't unsee it. Like, it works.
It works. Don't put Zendaya in this thing. I will lose my shit. I can't stand Zendaya in the first place.
Oh.
She's like Kristen Stewart boring. She ruined Spider-Man for me. I'm sorry. I would rather take Daisy Ridley in another Star Wars movie than freaking Zendaya in one Star Wars movie. Especially not my favorite.
Ouch, that's bad.
Oh, hell yeah.
Because I'd rather not see Daisy Ridley in another Star Wars movie either.
I would, okay, here, I'm going to say it. This is going to be a hot take. I'm going to say it. I would rather have Brie Larson as Atrus than freaking have Zendaya in a Star Wars movie. Ever.
Ooh. Actually, now that you mention it, Brie Larson probably could play a good Atrus. She's got that kind of backstabby attitude.
Really? Neil Patrick Harris is AK-47? HK-47, I mean?
That would be funny. Oh, come on. That would be funny.
He's not
He
funny.
could pull off the quips of the monster.
No.
Well, of the droid.
You need someone who's funny but can also rip your head off.
Yeah.
Like well,
have you ever...
Ron Perlman as Mandalore the Ultimate or Candace? That would definitely be fine. They really want Tom Hardy as Darth Malik. Actually, it might work. You need two top actors that can portray best friends. And then
who have they got cast up there as Mitra Surik?
Anna Sophia Robb, whoever that is. She does look
Anna
familiar.
Sophia Robb.
I don't know who that is.
Interesting.
No, freaking. Okay, here we go. You might be a hot take, but I'm being fair here. But make Brie Larson Mitra. She wants in a Star Wars movie so bad. Give her a role where she can't desecrate anything. That she actually has a chance to shine and might do something special and good. I would not mind Brie Larson as a Mitra Surik because you can go either way with it. If she doesn't have enough personality, she has personality. She's proven that she can, but you don't have to go over the top. And there's not much material on Mitra Surik other than she was a friend and follower of Revan who believed in him and then had her connection to the Force. She was a wound, like a lot of them are. So you're not holding her to extreme high standards, but is still a fan favorite by a lot of people.
Yeah, I could see it.
I wouldn't mind.
I could see it.
All right. And then who is HK? Can't do Neil Patrick Harris. I'm sorry. Who's anybody in the chat? Are we thinking comedians?
Comedians.
Yeah, because you want to be good with the quick jabs.
Oh, for HK-47?
Yeah.
Actually, he's played a droid before. How about Alan Tudyk? He's the one that played KSO in Rogue One.
That could work.
As HK-47, all you'd have to do is he could play the same thing he did play as KSO, but like just give it an evil twist or a kind of freaky twist, I suppose. But yeah, I liked HK-47.
Either that. Oh, I like the HK too. That's why I'm so critical over it.
Meat bags.
If you're not gonna do that, then you could do. And this is gonna be way out of left field, but I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. You can do Jason Statham. That dude he still has a badass voice. He kind of has, you know, what us Americans call foreign accent. And Statham can be funny when he wants to be. So, yeah.
It's possible. It's possible. Still think Revan.
I want to see if they got more. This is actually very interesting.
Still think Revan's amazing. Oh, did I say that again?
You know, The Rock wants to come out and say that he was born to play Revan, or he was born to play Black Adam, but Keanu Reeves was born to play Revan, dude. I'm sorry. It's hard to argue against it. And they've interviewed Keanu in the past, and he said that he would love to play Revan.
Yeah.
So, and he would definitely be down. So it's not like he doesn't want the role.
Right.
And Keanu would be And I'm not the biggest Keanu fan, but a lot of the movies I've seen over the past several months from what he did in the past 20 years has proven me that, because I grew up on him being Bill and Ted, dude. So like the comedy stuff. But like I rewatched Speed the other night, and he was really freaking good in that. And I think that was the first serious role that he did.
I know this girl. Okay.
Yeah.
That Anna Sophia Robb chick. She was a child actress. She's in her 20s now.
Still saying, you put Brie Larson as Major Cirque, you'd be fine. One, she's not gonna butcher the character because she fits it like a glove. And two, then you get the Brie fans and the Brie stands out there like, oh, she finally did her Star Wars and she did really good. And then you'll have the hardcore fans to be like, she wasn't bad. She didn't ruin it. I'm good. Like, see, so you make everyone happy that way. Yeah. Yeah, okay, you don't use Mark Strong in this one because I got it. You want to say Mark Strong for Bane. Darth Bane.
Yeah. Darth Bane.
Darth Bane. There you go. I'm trying to see if that's it, or did they have their own? Like, did they have a full casting? Because Candace isn't in here. Mission isn't in here. And I'm not no Zendaya. All right. Get that crap out of here. Yeah.
I see Josh is firmly in the don't like Zendaya camp. Gotcha.
Dude, I was a Spider-Man fan growing up. She freaking destroyed it. Ooh, we can just go all this shit all day. All right.
Ooh, look at that.
There's Brianna. Visas Mar.
Visas Mar, Atris, and who's the one in the middle? Is that?
That's not Atris. That's like the follower daughter of Atris. That's Brianna.
Oh, Brianna. Yeah. Okay.
Or the handmaiden.
Yeah, the handmaiden. Who's that in the middle?
What is her name?
That's the chick that you find on.
She's the bounty hunter in KOTOR 2. I know that. Yeah. I just forget her name for the life of me. Mira. That's right.
Mira, yeah.
All right. So we're doing fantasy casting here, guys. I'm going to get back to the chat here in a second. For Visas, Kelly Hu was her voiceover. I thought that was good, but and I know this is kind of taken from Star Wars as it is, but I'm going Ming-Na Wen.
Yeah, she could probably do it.
All right. What's blasphemy? What? Because I said that Brie Larson should be a character? She would be a good character. You've got to think of this as a business move, guys. Who do we want to cast as this stuff? You got to think about the masses, because your hardcore ministers are just one section of the crowd. Then you have the people who love, your sequel type stuff, and then you have the people in the middle, and then you have the kids to think about too. And when Brie really tries, she can do decent at a role. That's facts, whether people like it or hate it. It's just how it is. Brie is not the worst actress I've ever seen. I've seen worse than Brie Larson.
No, the Brie hatred it's kind of old hat, man.
Yeah.
I mean, mind you, she's got an attitude, but yeah, it's okay.
Brie can put me to sleep from time to time, but Brie doesn't trigger me. Kristen Stewart triggers me. Kirsten Dunst as Mary Jane Watson triggers me because it was such effing trash. All right. There are worse actresses out there than Brie Larson. No, they wouldn't. They would not cast Tom Holland as Revan Goonies. Why? Because Tom Holland is an MCU property, not a Sony. Oh, no. Do not. Oh, my God. Do not give me. Yeah. Hey, he could do anything, man.
Do you feel in charge?
Oh, my God. You guys are funny.
What is her name? I'm looking up an actress for The Handmaiden. Give me a second.
Okay.
She has the look.
I'm not even a Brie Larson fan, and I think she'd make a decent Meet Your Sir. Like, I really don't like Brie Larson, but I'm just like, I'm trying to judge this objectively. We're gonna have fun with this, guys. Oh, there are many cringe cosplays of Revan Goonies. There are many. Yeah. You guys tell me in the chat, who do you think would be good with some of these characters? And we're going all over Republic, so keep it within those parameters. But yeah.
Okay. I'm going to drop a name in the private chat. I want you to look at her and tell me what you think for The Handmaiden.
Okay.
All right, the name is in the private chat.
All right, what we got? I don't even know who that is, so I'm gonna look it up right now. I probably know a face.
Her little sister was in the. She was recently in the Chucky television series. This is the middle sister. There's three sisters. There's Emily, Natalie, and Avi.
Why does she look familiar? Yeah. That wouldn't be a bad shout for The Handmaiden. Oh, I got to change my mind on Jolie Bendo because I know who'd be perfect just from the voice.
Who?
Danny Glover.
That would work. Except for Danny's in
Got
his
almost
80s.
the same exact voice as the guy who did it. Let's see somebody else's fan casting right here. They got Jared Padalecki for Revan. That is interesting.
That might actually work. But if you're going to do if you're going to do Jared Padalecki as Revan, then you have to put Jensen in there somewhere. And if I think about it,
you don't have to put Jensen in everything that he does. Then you're going to have a Daniel Radcliffe situation.
just listen to me. Think about it. Jensen could play Karth. Very similar personality.
Jensen Ackles would be a good card. Joseph Gordon-Levitt for Karth.
Oh, that might work.
Personally, I think he's too young for Karth.
Yeah, that's why I said Jensen
Karth is
Ackles.
He's a little bit cynical, but he's a loyalist and to the Republic. So I don't think.
And that's why I say Jensen Ackles.
Jensen Ackles is a good shout. I just don't want to see him and Jared Padalecki in another freaking project together because I think they need a break before they come back together. I don't think it's been long enough.
Hell, they're still working together right now, even.
All right, that's
Ben Affleck as Malik.
He's got Ben Affleck as Malik.
Ben wouldn't do it. He wouldn't want his face covered.
And he doesn't want to do any IPs anymore.
Yeah. Well, he says that.
No, I think this whole Batman thing burned him. I think he got that George Lucas stigma, to be honest with you. Some people, if you hate on their shit, get really pissed off about it. Just saying. Who's that chick for Mission? That's not a bad shout, though.
Who?
This redhead chick for Mission Veo.
I don't recognize her.
Yeah. And all these shouts for Bastille suck. I don't recognize that chick. Either Lou Gossett Jr. or Danny Glover for Jolie Bendo. That's a good shout.
Lou Gossett could probably do it. Danny's just getting way too old. He's in his 80s.
He's got the perfect voice. He's got the perfect voice. And I think that's James Brolin for Karth.
It's Josh Brolin. It's Josh Brolin.
They look very similar.
Josh Brolin for Candace?
Yeah.
Maybe. Actually, that would work because I could see Brolin playing a Mandalorian.
Yeah. Yeah, because he's got that accent. Wasn't he Thanos?
Yeah. He was also Cable in Deadpool.
Yeah, and he's got very similar dialect to Ron Perlman. And if you have Ron Perlman as Mandalore the Ultimate, then that'd work perfect.
That would actually be something I'd want to see. I'd want to see Josh Brolin play a Mandalorian.
This isn't a bad shout for HK. Either Bill Hader, just freaking hilarious, or Seth MacFarlane.
Ooh, Seth MacFarlane would do it. He's really good with voiceovers. Who do they have there as Malik?
Alexander Skarsgård. I can't really. It's actually a good shout.
Maybe. Man, any of the Skarsgård brothers would be good actors for any of these. Bill Skarsgård would be good. You just have to find kind of an eerie, weird character for him to play. Bill was the one who played Pennywise in the most recent It movie.
Oh, I know. My wife is a huge Alexander Skarsgård fan. Him playing Malik would be perfect. Actually, I didn't even think about it. I'm trying to figure out who is like a really weird Sith, especially in that era.
All right, here's just one for you, Josh. Vitiate. Who would you cast for Vitiate?
Ooh.
It would have to be somebody that looks neither young nor old, because Vitiate is eternal. It would have to be somebody who can pull off that mysterious acting quality.
No, Stone Cold Steve Austin is Malik. You're just doing it because he's bald.
That's the bottom line, because Stone Cold said so.
What actor is like a son of a bitch? Because that's what Vitiate has to be.
Ageless, eternal, insane. Don't get me wrong, I love Vitiate. Just would be very hard to cast him.
Oh, you're gonna
Yes, I heard Triple H is retiring.
from in-ring competition. It's just
Yeah.
from wrestling matches. He hasn't wrestled matches in years anyway.
Yeah. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do.
No, Tom Holland should never be cast for a Star Wars movie. I'm seeing this on here because I'm trying to get ideas.
Dude, they'll eventually put him in a Star Wars movie.
Oh hell no! I'll take Brie before I take him.
Actually, I could. They're about to cast Rogue Squadron. I could see him playing a pilot.
I got it. And you guys are gonna think I'm nuts for this, but just follow me, okay? I think that Vitiate should be played by Mark Hamill.
It's weird, but I could go with it.
What was the mission of Palpatine and freaking Plagueis? They wanted to master Force Essence transfer.
Yeah.
Who's the only Sith Lord in history to be able to do the Force Essence transfer? Vitiate. He perfected it better than anybody else. So they tried to create a Force being pure of Force Essence and midichlorians. That's how Anakin was created, right? And that was done by Chief Palpatine. So if all that the Skywalker clan all stems from that, either Mark Hamill needs to be playing a Vitiate, because Vitiate needs to look like either Luke or Anakin. So if I was casting someone, it's either going to be Hayden Christensen or freaking either Hayden Christensen or Mark Hamill. And I think Mark Hamill could play a better devious, maniacal Sith Lord than Hayden Christensen could. I could be wrong. Hey, Arkham, what's going on? Oh, heck yeah, Tom Holland's overrated. He's okay. Good God.
I can't handle this Tom Holland hate. I'm joking. I could give a shit less one way or the other, to be honest. I just can't do it, okay?
All right,
man, I
here's
like the
one.
little
Here's
guy.
one that I got an idea from just by searching. Helen Mirren as Darth Treya.
That would work.
Oh, hell yeah, that would work.
That chick has some acting chops. You know what the first movie I ever saw her in was? Excalibur. Back in the 80s.
Oh yeah,
She played Morgana.
dude, I gotta do the share screen. I gotta show you this because this looks like it would be fun as hell. This is for Jolie Bindo. You're gonna laugh your ass off. Trust me. Oh, come on. You guys is hating now. Terry Crews is Jolie Bindo? That'd be hilarious. And Jolie Bindo does have kind of a cynical sense of humor.
Yeah.
It's not the
I
worst
could
thing
see it.
ever.
I could see it. That would be hilarious. That would be hilarious.
That's a whole lot better than this.
Oh, Lord.
That's freaking trash.
There you go. Oh, who's that? Okay, who's that beside? Who's that?
Who is that?
What's the name?
I don't know. I gotta find the name.
Who?
Who's Jamie Alexander?
Oh, Jamie Alexander is the one who played Sith in the Thor movies.
Peter
Lady
Mayhew's
Sith.
Salad Bar. He died.
Yeah, really. He's dead. I still like that casting right there. The Baldwin. Adam Baldwin.
is Canderous. And I don't mind him playing a Mandalorian, but I don't know, Canderous, you just got to have that swagger, and I don't.
No, who's that there with Qatar? God, what the fuck is the Cathari
I'm
bitch's
going to look
name?
up her name right now. Juhani. I can't
Juhani.
pronounce that last name, otherwise I would. Her first name's Olga. So let's look at.
Oh, that's Olga Kirshenko or whatever the hell.
Yeah. She's got the eyes for Juhani. Oh,
Yeah.
she was in one of those Bond movies. And if, before you guys ask, I don't like Bond. And that's me saying it in the nicest way possible. Oh, yeah. She'd be perfect. Juhani.
Zakaria has the same attitude about Zendaya. Oh, God, no, not Zendaya.
No.
Man, I didn't realize Zendaya was getting so much hate out here in the sticks.
On my channel, we don't like Zendaya over here.
Mind you, I don't think she can act her way out of a paper sack either, but, that's beside the point.
No, so many people, they love Zendaya, especially on Enosh's channel. They think that Zendaya is the second coming. Get that crap out of here.
Second coming of what?
They just think she's so great. Freaking Bradley told me one time, well, you never seen Euphoria. I'm like, I don't give a crap. She destroyed Spider-Man and MJ. Well, that's a different MJ. Since when? When does it say it? What comic book does it say that Mary Jane Watson doesn't exist? Tell me that. I have no problem conceding.
I have no value on what Bradley and Austin say at this point. I'll explain why later.
Oh, that's fine. I can talk on hours on why I don't.
We had a little drama backstage on the Twitter chat, the private Twitter chat for the Point Extra Lounge because of Austin.
Of course. That doesn't surprise me. They don't ever come over here to say hi, so I really don't give a shit. Caden comes over here, and before starting this stream, I went on Caden's because Caden is a good friend of mine. And when
I like
everybody
Caden.
and when everybody else lied to me or didn't give a crap about me, Caden actually reached out, and he has this show called the Caden Hour, and I was his first ever co-host / guest, and he
I
could
like
have asked
Caden.
anybody else, but he asked me, and that was such an honor. So, yeah. See, like looking at these pictures, okay, scratch Mark Hamill. Give me Sebastian Stan. That'll be your vitiate right there.
That would work. And that actually would fit with a Mark Hamill look-alike because they've talked about having Sebastian Stan play a young Luke Skywalker.
Yeah.
He would be the closest.
Vitiate needs to resemble one of the Skywalkers. It makes sense because of the Force Essence transfer. You're going to have to see at least one characteristic of a Skywalker in whoever Vitiate plays. That's all.
Yeah.
Something familiar. And I know he was a hybrid Sith, so he's going to be in the red stuff, but freaking... Who's that?
Ooh. Who's that they got there for the red Twi'lek Sith chick? That's Natalie Dormer, I know, but what character is that? That's
Talon, dude.
Darth Talon? Yeah.
Yeah.
Natalie Dormer could play her. Natalie Dormer could play her. I like that. I like Talon. Talon's cool. Who do they have there for the Handmaid?
This would have been cool if we would have gotten it. Freaking Chadwick Boseman as a Gentle Paul, that would have been cool.
That would have been cool.
Chadwick Boseman, dude.
Who's this over here as the handmaiden? Who's that? Who's the actress? Down. Right there.
I see it. All right, let me click on it. They got Charlize Theron as freaking Mitra. Maybe. But she'd have to play good guy, and she ain't done that in a long ass time.
Okay, so there's Helen Mirren. Who's that there as Candace?
It's not Candace, that's Atton Rand. His name's Garrett Hedlund.
Garrett Hedlund, okay. Oh, that's Atton. Okay, never mind.
Doug Jones is Beodor. Yeah.
That would work. Doug Jones plays a lot of characters with prosthetics.
Gail Weiss. Where have I seen her?
Spell her name for me.
Gaia Weiss.
Gaia Weiss. Okay.
All right. Let me. Oh, I'm gonna look it up.
I've already got it. Okay, Oh, that's where I've seen her. She was in the show The Vikings.
Oh, she was in Vikings. Okay.
Yeah, she played Porter in Vikings.
Oh yeah. I knew she looked familiar.
Yeah, that would actually work as the handmaiden, because she has kind of a Scandinavian accent, and the handmaiden's kind of ish. So that would work actually. I like that. I like that better than what.
Work.
Who?
The one playing Visas more.
Who have they got there? I can't see it. Screen is really small.
Oh, Kikiuchi?
No.
Nah. Gotta be more American. Evan Rachel Wood as Mira? No, thank you.
I don't like Evan Rachel Wood anymore.
It's too controversial.
Yeah.
Someone that's out at politics shit. I'm gonna say either Jessica Chastain as Mira or Deborah Ann Wall.
I like the second one better than Jessica Chastain.
Yeah.
Not that I have any problem with Jessica Chastain. She's just getting older.
Yeah, and Deborah Ann Wall has personality. So,
Yeah.
and she's a natural well, not a natural redhead.
Kind of like that casting right there.
Curlin Smith is Brooke, maybe. It's hard, dude, and especially where Ed Asner just passed away. But yeah, he's
Ed
done
Asner would have been.
Why does everyone want Adam Baldwin to be Canderous? I'm sorry, I'm just not seeing it. Aaron Eckhart is Kavar, maybe.
Maybe.
Ian Glenn.
Oh, I like that. I like that casting.
Yes.
He was in Game of Thrones. He was the Bear Knight.
Wayne Glenn.
Game of Thrones.
And he also played Bruce Wayne in Titans. So yeah.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
And he was in Resident Evil movies as well. So Lucy Liu is Lona Vash, yes.
That would work. Who have they got playing Atris there?
Fan Bing Bing.
Maybe.
Nah. Okay. You have
Idris Elba.
representation. Idris Elba is Nihilus.
Well, he could do the voice. He could pull off the voice. See, Nihilus would have to be almost CGI. Who they got a Scion down there?
Richard Armitage.
Richard Armitage. Let me see if I remember where he's from. Give me a second. Come on, damn it. Richard. Not Rich Earth. What the hell? Armitage. Where have I seen you, buddy?
He was in The Hobbit. So whatever.
Oh, okay. He's the one who played Thorin in The Hobbit. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I know who that is. Played Trevor Belmont in Castlevania. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I know who he is. That might work.
Not bad work.
That might work. Do, 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 do.
That was fun.
Do, 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 do. Banana. Do, 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 do.
Look at all these castings.
Castings.
Oh, this is fun. No, Charlize Theron should be. She shouldn't be Mitra. She should be Atris.
Atris, yes, that would work.
That's what I'm going with. Would you really make Patrick Stewart Naga Sadow?
That would work. I think it would work. God, I wish I could see that page. Oh, my eyeballs. They're so tiny. These pictures are so tiny.
Oh, I'll click on it. Beodor, it has. I'm sorry, dude. With Beodor, I'm gonna have to go. What's his name? The one who was the Force Unleashed. Sam Witwer. Yeah.
For Beodor, that might work.
Because people want him cast as Darth Maul. He
voiced Darth Maul.
You could have him more a calm, voiceover. You could have him as Beodor. You could have him all calm and laid back.
Yeah. Well, Sam Witwer voiced Maul in Clone Wars and Rebels.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Because people want him cast as Maul. So you can do that if you have him as the same type of species, but don't have him get pissed off like hardly ever.
Yeah.
And if I never see Natalie Portman in another Star Wars movie again, I'll be happy. Because as much as you think I can't stand Zendaya, The Natalie Portman hate is worse. It's great.
I actually kind of like Natalie Portman, but just got too
Oh,
much
I
of
like
her.
her when she's not in Star Wars. On Star Wars, how do you guys feel about? Yeah, so that's. I'm sorry, guys. I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this, but I'm going Brie Larson with Meet Your Sir.
That works.
Sorry, it's got.
Who's that they've got there with Chloe Grace Moretz? Who is that character?
Who's Chloe? What?
Chloe Grace Moretz, top, second one over.
This one?
Go next one. Yeah, that one. What Jedi is that?
High Republic. I don't know. Let's check it out. Oh, this is sacrilege. You better not have Brie Larson as Revan.
It's just wrong. Stop it. Stop it.
Oh no! They got Brie Larson as Bastila. Okay, that works.
Okay. Maybe.
Just don't make a female Revan. We'll be all right.
What's up, Nate? Ooh, yellow eyes. Yellow
Oh my
eyes.
god!
Yellow eyes. Yellow eyes. No more yellow
Telling
eyes.
you that was the no. That's from that was Amelia.
Yeah.
She could play Amelia. That'd be good.
Yellow eyes.
Bastila.
Yellow eyes. Ah.
Oh hey Nate. Gal Gadot is who? It's off topic, but yeah, he retired from in-ring, and he hasn't wrestled in-ring for years. So does it really matter? And I love Triple H, so Tom Holland is being force pushed. Yeah, he's being force pushed right down our freaking throats into liking his bullshit. Yeah, I said it.
I actually like him as Peter Parker.
You mean Iron Boy?
He's not Iron Boy anymore. He's not Iron Boy anymore after No Way Home.
No,
He
he's
actually has to do it on his own
now. He's Uncharted.
No, he's finally Spider-Man now.
Yeah, it's a little too late.
He's talking about Natalie Portman.
You're right, Thade. All right, I got to give you credit. You're right. It took the entire Raimi verse to make him Spider-Man, but yeah. It took Willem Dafoe, Alfred Molina, Andrew Garfield, and freaking Tobey Maguire to make him Spider-Man, and Doctor Strange. But yeah, he's Spider-Man now.
I'm just saying, I don't hate Tom Holland, but
I don't hate Tom Holland. I don't like what they did with the Spider-Man character. It's basically taking Spider-Man and flushing him down the toilet. I've seen movies with Tom Holland. There was this movie when he was a kid, and he was in a movie with Ewan McGregor. And it was like about a freaking tsunami that hits, and they're on vacation on this island. And he was a kid, and he was really freaking good. Tom Holland is a great actor. I just don't want him as Spider-Man. I don't like this. It's not his fault. Actors do a job. They're not in charge of their fucking creative. They read the script and decide if they want to take the movie or not. That's not their fault. And they do the best that they can to portray the best vision of the character. But when the vision sucks.
Let's just leave it at this. Just we'll agree to disagree on this one, Josh.
Yeah. Like the storytelling was crap in it. Spider-Man should never be bossed around. Spider-Man doesn't have a boss. He's his own boss. That's the thing. So bossing him around and then him fawning over Tony Stark. Oh no, that's suit. Oh, create your own shit. Spider-Man didn't have people make his shit for him. He just made his own stuff. So the freaking Tom Holland movies make no sense whatsoever.
Actually, they kind of do, but you're going off of Earth 1610, off of the Ultimate Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And that's what a lot of people don't realize is the MCU goes off of 1610 more than it does 616. So
Yeah, like what is that? Where is that in timeline with the original Spider-Man comics?
it's just an alternate universe.
Yeah, see.
The Ultimate Universe was alternate. It was a sideline universe. And in fact, it's one of the few that still remains out there after Second Secret Wars in the
Yeah.
comics.
So it makes it like
It's also where we got Miles Morales.
I like the alternate universes. And because it does not damage the originals, because that's a different universe. When you have your own universe, do whatever the hell you want. But let us know that it's an alternate universe and it's not the same universe as the stuff that we grew up on. Okay.
Well, they haven't hit it though. Like they've always said that it's more the Ultimate Universe, that the MCU is more the Ultimates than it is the.
Well, once they really started
616.
Once the MCU really became a thing and Avengers started, then yeah, you started deep diving. But like I grew up with Sony and Fox Marvel. And that was it. There was no alternate universes unless you like deep dove in comics. And then it was like fan fiction. When they really started going with the multiverse concept. Yeah. That's why people hate on Titans all the time, and I love Titans. And I'm probably one of the few people that does like Titans. And
well, no. Give me credit. Give me credit. I had a problem with season 3. I didn't hate the show entirely.
Okay, season 3 was rocky at best. Okay, I'll say that. But then when they went in Supergirl, they explained that Titans is its own alternate universe.
Yeah, just like Doom Patrol.
It is not the Burtonverse or the Snyderverse or even the Nolanverse. It's its own freaking universe.
It's alternate, just like Doom Patrol is.
Mm-hmm. That's fine. You want to do your wacky, crazy shit in your own alternate universe? Fine, do it. Just don't try to portray it as Batman the Animated Series from the 90s. Yeah. It's fine.
Well, I'm even willing to give season 4 a chance.
Oh, Joseph Morgan's going to be Brother Blood. I cannot wait. I have not seen Joseph Morgan in a show since the original, so this is going to be cool. Joseph Morgan's a really good actor. He played Klaus in the originals and Vampire Diaries. So
yeah, I know.
I cannot wait. Well, I was also explaining to people in the chat who might not know who he is.
Yeah, in fact, I'm actually watching the Vampire Diaries shows at this moment. So
that's awesome. Yeah, it was good for a little while.
Only one I haven't.
It went downhill when it became the Elena show.
Well, the only because there were 3 series based around the Vampire Diaries. There was Vampire Diaries, then there was the originals, then there was Legacies, and that's Legacies is the only one I haven't started on yet. I'm watching Vampire Diaries and originals back to back with each other.
Yeah, do that. You got to do that before you do Legacies because there's a lot of things that connect. You're doing it. You're doing it right, Thade. Legacies needs to be the last thing that you watch.
Yeah, well, because she's a Mickelson, isn't she? The main character of Legacies.
Yeah, she's a Michelson, but it starts following Klaus and Elijah's death. All right, so you have to watch the 2 before you can start on Legacies. So the way you're doing it is absolutely perfect. I'm just letting you know because some people they'll watch them all at the same time. I hate Titans in general. I know, Nate. We have freaking debates on that all the time. Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, I can't wait, dude. Even if Titans sucks, at least I get to see Joseph Morgan in a show again. So yeah.
I hear we're supposed to get a new Nightwing suit in season
Probably.
4.
What pissed me off about season 3 is they made it seem like the Joker was coming into the show, and then in the first episode, they kill him and they don't even show him. They show the laughs, they show a shadow, but then there's nothing.
Yeah.
I was like, you spent the trailers teasing the Jokers coming to Titans, and then you don't even fucking show them. Like, if he kills Jason Todd, show an actual actor with a face and mannerisms and like an actual storyline where he kills Jason Todd. Don't just show a shadow of him and a laugh in the background and then kill him. And then that's it. And if you're going to say Batman's killing the Joker, then show Batman killing the Joker. It was on HBO Max, so it's not like it's a freaking PG rating.
Yeah, don't just show him showing up and dropping the crowbar and then asking Dick to kill him.
Yeah. Like, yeah. So freaking, I thought that was, and people want to shit on Sony Marvel right now for the Morbius stuff, but that was the worst tease of all. And then they acted like it was no big deal. So yeah.
I don't know. I don't even want to talk about the Morbius thing right now because that's just fucking shit show right now. Too many of
about it. My thing is, I have defended that so much over the past 48 hours. Like, one, nobody's even seen it.
The problem is, and this is my major problem with it, okay? Everybody's expecting it to connect automatically with the Spider-Verse, okay? Just because Morbius is a villain of Spider-Man, or sometimes anti-hero of Spider-Man.
Yeah.
This movie is called fucking Morbius for a reason. It's not called Spider-Man and Morbius, okay? So to get all upset and pissed off because Spider-Man's not going to be in the movie is kind of retarded. Second of all,
I'm sorry. Go ahead, man. Go on your rant.
There's a scene in the trailer where the TIE fighter's there with Jen Erso when she's on that gantry plank. That never happened in the movie. Infinity War, we showed Hulk fully hulked out in Wakanda during the Battle of Wakanda. That never happened. And all these, movies do that. Movies tend to make put stuff in the trailers that don't necessarily make it into the movies. Okay.
Yeah.
And people are going, and then all of the fucking early reviews that are coming back on Morbius. What pisses me off about those is if you read every goddamn one of them says basically the same thing. So how do we know they're not copy pasting from each other? These goddamn critics. You know what I'm saying? Personally, I'm going to see the movie and judge for myself.
Good. That's what should happen.
And the thing is like, too many people think they're going to influence my fucking opinion. Look, the movie is about Michael Morbius. If Spider-Man shows up in an end credit scene, that's what's supposed to be one of the end credit scenes, then fine. That works for me. But to bitch and complain because you're not going to get all that connective tissue you want, eat me.
Well, people aren't really fans of something if they're watching a movie for somebody else.
And then the thing, the major problem that I have right now is, well, it's false advertising because they showed this in the trailer. And
so
again, most movie trailers show shit that don't make it into the final movie.
Yeah. They don't get shit for that.
Well, it's false advertising because they lead you to believe. No, okay, what did you see in the trailers? You saw a mural painted on the side of a building of Spider-Man that says murderer. Okay. And then you see Michael Keaton as Adrian Toomes briefly. What made you think that Adrian Toomes was going to be another character in the fucking movie? Nothing. You see him briefly in the fucking trailer. Get over it, guys.
Because that's what it is. They speculate and they come up. Well, they call it speculation. What they do.
Well, no, the problem is they speculate. The problem is they speculate and then they try to scoop on this shit and dig deep and try to find all this bullshit instead of letting themselves be surprised when the fucking movie comes out. That's
Yeah,
my
everybody
major
wants-
problem with fucking scoopers, man. I don't like scoopers.
Oh, me
I
either.
just
I hate
don't.
scoopers. Everybody here knows I don't like scoopers.
And I don't like doing scoop shit. I don't.
That's why we haven't invited Andrew back on our channel. Because I try to do a nice thing and do a Spider-Man stream dedicated to like the Raimi verse and that trilogy. And he comes on and he tries to hijack my stream, take it over, and turn it into Scooper Talk. And we don't do that over here.
You're talking about
I told him about a week prior to doing this stream that we don't do that over here, and he said okay. And then he completely manipulated me, and then started freaking showing videos of Toby and all that. And I was just like, that's not why we're here. We're here to celebrate the movies. I don't give a fuck if Tobey Maguire got interviewed on top of the damn Titanic. All right. Freaking, that's not what we're here for. We're here to celebrate the movie as it was coming out. I don't give a damn about the backstage shit. So, yeah. And sorry, hey, Casey, how's it going? I'll be going live around between 11 p.m. Eastern and midnight with the gameplay stuff. So, just so you know. Oh, we're getting crazy views on those WWE games. I mean, like, I'm getting almost 300 for each video.
Wow.
Yeah, it's insane.
I don't know what it is. You know, people watch people play video games all the time, but I just can't get into it, man. I may stop by and throw you a like and all that, but I just don't like sitting and watching people play video games too much.
Oh, no, I don't watch video games. I let the computer play, and I just do commentary, and we just talk about stuff, just like here.
Oh, okay.
Except you got a good background visual instead of just looking at two avatars talking into the black. All right. Yeah, with that, you got something in the background. We got music. We got stuff like we got the wrestling games, but I don't play the wrestling games. What I do is I show videos of the roster that I have and the people that I bring in and hire as talent. And then I set up the matches and then I just let it play itself.
Oh, cool. Okay. I can do that. I can do that.
Yeah. And then I just sit back and we chat. We talk about that. And if they want to talk about other things, it's not always wrestling. We'll talk. I always tell everybody we can talk about whatever you want. We've talked about music. We talk about everything. We don't get heavy on religion and politics, but we've talked a little bit about that. We talk about real life. We've talked about movies.
Interesting.
Just whatever. We talk about wrestling too. We talk about whatever anybody wants to talk about. Just have a cool conversation, kind of like we do here. So
interesting.
We're almost at 2 hours. I definitely am starting to get hungry, but thank you guys for hanging out with us. Anything else you want to add before we head out, Fade?
No, I'm good, man. I had fun with this fan casting stuff. That was cool.
Oh yeah, that was great. We might start doing more of that.
I actually wouldn't mind doing a little bit more of that as we go forward with each topic. So
Yeah.
fan casting is always fun.
I really want to, if we're going on who we should fan cast, I'm Nihilus. Nihilus is such an interesting and complex character.
Yeah.
Okay, so since we're on the idea, and everybody seemed really engaged in the conversation, that's what we will make next week's episode on then.
Nihilus?
Not Nihilus. We're going to, next week's episode is we are going to fan cast every Sith Lord.
Oh, cool. That'll work.
Of course, we're not going to do Dooku and Palpatine.
Well, obviously not.
Because they've already been cast. Probably not Vader, yeah. We won't do Vader either. But like the ones that haven't been in movies.
Darth and
So
Daddy.
like I'll even throw Asajj Ventress and the Night Sisters in there.
And then they can fan cast Darth Eternus. Who would play me in a Star Wars movie? It's a joke, guys. It's a joke.
I'm thinking who would play you? Deep thoughts, but no, it's cool. Yeah, so that's what we'll do for next week. We'll have fun. I don't want to. I do want to educate, especially because, like Nate says, he's learning so much from the series, and that really means a lot to me hearing him say that.
Yeah.
Me and him talk about it every day, and he said that he learned is so much that we talk about that he didn't know about Old Republic and stuff like that. And he's a huge Star Wars fan as well, so that's cool that we're helping educate, and they're still the chat's entertained and informed, and they're coming out and hanging out with us and stuff like that.
I enjoy entertaining and I enjoy teaching. So
yeah, same here. Best of both.
This works for me.
Yeah, so that's what we'll do next week. We will break it down. We'll go from every Sith Lord from beginning, and we'll have some fun. We'll fan cast. I'll start putting, because I don't have an intro yet, and I really want an intro. I think it'd be nice, but I don't have one. So that's why I started out with the Revan video, because I know there's tons of Revan videos. Some Sith Lords, it's not like that. So, like, I can't find crap. I think I found one thing on Bane, and, like, you got to watch, like, 10 minutes of it just to get to Bane. So, it's, like, real hard. But that's what we'll do. We'll do some fan casting next week, since everybody seemed to enjoy that. So
Alrighty.
we'll do that, and then probably the week after, we're probably going to go Palpatine.
Awesome.
Because I want to cover all the empires. We covered the first Sith Empire. Now we covered Revan's Empire.
I have a lot to say about Palpatine.
Yeah. So that'll probably be 2 weeks from tonight. But next week we'll have some fun. I'll play some little short fan films, snippets. So yeah. We'll have some fun next week. So this was a good time. So we'll do 7:30 Eastern my time. And that worked for Thade, so
yep.
So there we go. We'll do that next week. I know Chris has been busy lately. We tried to get him on 2 weeks ago, but he just had appointments and stuff. I didn't ask him this week, but Chris, if you're listening, you're welcome. Just DM me. We're following each other, so just DM me and let me know a time that's good for you. And then when I go to send out the links for the stream, then I'll send one your way. So
I may talk to him sometime this weekend. So
yeah, because Chris said that he watches the show. So
yeah. I may, like I said, I may talk to him sometime this weekend on the lounge. So I'll discuss that with him.
Yeah. Last time Chris and I talked, he caught me at a bad time.
Yeah.
Bradley and Austin were bullying me in the chat, and Chris was trying to make a joke, and he kind of thought I reacted like.
Oh, was that over there in the madness that was on Max's channel the other day?
Yeah, but I wasn't trying to react like that. It was something dumb, but I'm just like, I'm not mad at you, and I'm sorry. But at the time, I was basically called a mental case because I like Titans and Tom Hardy Venom. And that my takes and that I enjoyed those shows is not someone who's mentally stable, which is completely stupid and asinine as hell. So, yeah. But, like, those guys I get bullied by because of the things that I like. Oh, how could you like Tom Hardy Venom? Well, that was the first movie I saw with my wife and kids. And Tom Hardy Venom is better than Topher Grace Venom, so that's a win. My standards are low when it comes to Venom. Just like don't screw it up too bad, and I'm happy.
Yeah. All right, man. So let's talk backstage for a minute, and then I've got to hop off and get some food.
Yeah. All right, but thanks guys for coming up and putting up with me talking. My wife says I have a beautiful voice, but I'm not buying it. But thank you, Thade, co-hosting this week. This has been fun. Thank you guys so much, and I'll I'll see you guys over on the video game side in a couple hours. Take care.